over here, and this guy looks way too cool there in the corner. Well, I don't know about the head bob, but with the beanie and the AirPods in.
Get these out. I didn't even realize those are in there.
He's listening to a podcast.
Yeah. I gotta catch up on my podcast.
Listening to the latest bomb hole.
Yeah, definitely.
Multitasking. They call it multitasking.
Caught up a bomb hole in a while.
Yeah. Did you see they just dropped an episode of JP Walker and Jeremy Jones?
No, but I will be tuned for that.
That'll be interesting to check out.
Did you see the natural selection ran today?
Did it? Was it
first lives at
Revelstoke?
Yeah.
Wow. I knew it was coming up. I
didn't get a chance to watch it today, so I'll be recapping it tomorrow.
I knew the duels took place like last week or maybe before that even.
Some of them were taking place yesterday, I think.
Oh, okay.
At least Sweeten posted a duel, his last and final duel yesterday. And the way I read the post was that he dueled yesterday. So
I remember listening to a bomb hole group chat like a week ago, and they said that all the results were in and like all the duels were finished.
Oh, okay.
I think, but maybe they hadn't actually aired them all.
I can't remember. So how's it? What's the dueling for? Is that position or is that invites to? Is it qualifiers basically?
Yeah, I want to say that the people who already were in it were invited back, and maybe it's for people who didn't get very far or people who are newly invited. Okay. They have to duel it out in order to get a spot.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I just know that there were some pretty heavy hitting names listed in the duels. And I think like at least half of them hadn't been in it before. But then some of them had, like Nils Mindish. He was in it with was he with Austin Sweden?
Did they went at it last year, right?
I don't
or was
know.
it they dueled this year? I don't know. I was literally thinking the other day in the shop, and I was like, "Has natural selection happened yet?" And then I didn't look it up, but I hadn't heard anything about it, and then so I haven't followed it at all yet.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check out the duels because they posted all the footage from them.
Cool.
But I couldn't tell you much more than that.
Well, then I know what I'll be doing next time I'm on YouTube.
Nice,
because your last edit was great.
Oh,
I already caught that. That was
sweet. Thanks, man.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a predominant role in it for somebody who.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was really surprised. I was like,
yeah.
Man, we're halfway through this video and I haven't left yet.
Yeah, dude. Well, it was all downhill after you left. After this guy leaves.
It all goes south.
It all goes south.
Oh,
the day is just a wash after that.
Oh gosh, I'm the lucky charm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You guys? Oh, that collision, that AK.
That near collision at the end. You saw that?
Was it near collision?
Yeah, it was.
So he hit the tree.
Collision. Yeah.
And then my near collision with Joey. That was spicy.
Oh yeah.
When he went up on that hill, and
that was spicy. And then of course you're goofy, he's regular. You're both coming down back to back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I saw you were like looking over your shoulder, and
Joey sees me too because he was like
the last second. Yeah, that was good. But no, the one with Aaron and Joey. Yeah, we were doing Baldy high traverse, and we were about to drop Venus line, and Joey and Aaron.
Wait, did you guys also drop center gravity? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, that looked good. That looked really good.
It was better on film than it actually was, but it was smooth. It was like flat across. It wasn't mogulled or bumpy, which was surprising, but it was dust on crust. It was like dust on crust, but it was very even across the whole thing. I was surprised, like
how was entry?
How it wasn't bumpy. It was easy.
Yeah,
honestly, it was very like right in, barely any rocks to dodge.
So center gravity is the furthest out you can go. Where is
kind of
Venus?
Right under Pyramid Rock. So if you're traversing and you don't go around the corner, Pyramid Rock's right there. By the way, what's up, guys? We see you.
Hey,
yeah. So if you're traversing, if you're doing the high baldy traverse at Snowboard, there's like this big rock we call Pyramid Rock because it looks like a pyramid. It's like a triangle shape. And if you drop right there, that shoulder and a little bit lookers left is called Venus line.
Okay.
And so we were hitting that.
Now that comes down at the bottom into a couple fingerling shoots, doesn't it?
It basically points you straight down towards Broom Closet. and amphitheater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, underneath of it.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, Aaron. Austin's referencing the last video I just posted. There's a clip at the end where Aaron and Joey almost collide, and yeah, we were about to drop, and Aaron's like, "I'm gonna point it right through here, and I'm gonna gap off of this one roller to the next roller," and we're all like, "Okay, cool." And so Joey like goes around to the side, and he starts to drop, and sure enough, Joey just comes straight into his line, right where he called it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dude, I saw you coming. What are you doing?"
Dude, AK was a bullet, man. Like that nose grab.
He's like a wrecking ball.
Off that left side of the gully. Yeah. Before the choke point, he just slams into the opposing wall.
I know.
But I love the commitment, to the grab. Didn't bail early.
He's like 6'4" and probably like 200 pounds at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the way he rides. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to week 16 of live chatting, I think. A lot of them, so that's cool. And we got a couple people in the house. Home Acre Living retracted his message. We'll never know what it was. But anyway, thanks. Thanks for being here. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I know how. But I hope it wasn't anything too important. If it was, drop something else or drop something equally important. But anyway, thanks for being here, guys. We also got the Samoan Viking in the house. What's up, the Samoan Viking?
Dude, yeah, that's Clark. Clark's down in southern Utah, and he's got a landing craft and a warp. And I was just about to ask him how he's liking them, and he just answered that question.
Beautiful.
So, yeah!
He says, "What's up, boys? Haven't been able to catch a live chat in a minute, but been watching the vids, and you guys are still killing it. Thanks, man. Beautiful. Glad you could be here. This is the first one we've had Austin in a while, so good timing." Yeah. And he says, "Austin, been meaning to catch up with you, but I've finally been able to ride the boards you made me a couple of years ago, and they're an absolute dream to ride, brother. Could know something. Could not be happier, maybe?
Could not be absolutely more grateful for your work."
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm so glad to hear that you're liking it.
Awesome.
I'm
putting it together now, the Samoan Viking.
Yeah.
The
large board. And the ultra wides. And
awesome.
Like I think about those boards often. They were such a fun, project to build. And
sweet.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
beautiful.
And I think the year that we built them, Clark's firstborn, and now Clark, I believe you have a second or on the way. So I'm sure that riding is a little more limited. But I hope you've got some really good days on them, and I hope the fam's doing well, man.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. Yeah. Beautiful, dude. Yeah. Chime in. Do you got a new kid on the way? You guys probably know I got a 1-year-old now. Arthur is 16 months. And
one day it'll be 16 years, and we're getting him an all-wheel drive.
I know, right?
We're getting the progression mobile.
This was today. Let me find a good photo. Yeah, check us out. Right now, VO only makes an extra small, and that's an extra small. But it's the closest size we had for him.
It looks like he's wearing
But that was today. Yeah, that's right. That's Arthur. He was loving the VOs and the extra small, looking like an extra large on him.
I love it.
But yeah, we got a little bit of valley snow today here in Sandy, and so I took him out on the sled, and he was loving it. He was loving life. I was a little bit bummed though, because we had like 2, maybe almost 3 inches in the middle of the day, and I put him down for a nap, and I was like, oh, we'll go sledding later after the nap and everything. And then the sun came out and melted like everything.
Dude, it's those
so
days
there was just
now.
a couple of little patches left that I was able to pull him around on.
Snow that came in this morning was unexpected.
Yeah.
Violent. It was nuking for hours. It was really pleasurable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Violent but pleasurable. I love those two things combined. Don't often hear that together, but
I definitely wanted to be at the bird. When I was like, oh, and then I saw the parking alert and the closed chairs. And it's like, well, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, stuff did open.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like most of it opened. I mean, Peruvian tunnel. So that's why I was wondering if Baldy opens.
Yeah, Mineral and Baldy share.
I would literally I would have to duck by 10 tomorrow if I went. And so it would be like,
like a lap or two.
Not even, because my goal would just be tram, Baldy, wait at the gate. And if it doesn't open, I got Peruvian, and
the
rest is history. But
I'm trying to get a hold of Alex, but he's not been answering his phone or my text. I'm trying to find out from him what opened today at the Bird. I'm trying to decide myself, guys, if I should go to Snowboard tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to go one of the 2 days.
You should definitely go tomorrow. Then give yourself a rest day, and then you get a busy weekend.
That would be nice, yeah. But I need a filmer. I need somebody to help me film some comparison video stuff with the GoPro and the DJI Osmo Action 4. I'm going to shoot some stuff. I'm doing a video, if I haven't talked about this, that's a comparison side-by-side video, like split screen, you know. Got the Osmo Action on one side and the GoPro 12 on the other side. But I haven't shot anything with the max lens on the GoPro. So I want to do
Friday morning, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Well, I know I'm busy all afternoon tomorrow. So.
Okay. Well, let me know. I might. I'm kind of leaning towards Friday because Alex said that he might be off on Friday.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't give me any other details other than that, so I'm trying to confirm. But anyway, I might be at the Bird Friday. If you can, we can chat about that later.
Cool.
But yeah, I forgot what we were talking about before. Riding the Bird tomorrow or Friday. I don't know.
I catch those lines. Good snow today. Snow in the valley.
Snow in the valley.
Unexpected. It's March.
Yep. But yeah, it melted pretty quick here in the valley after the sun came out.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a bummer. Haven't even been able to do a backyard setup this year, guys. Like not a single day that I can remember where there's enough snow long enough before it melted away.
Had like
for me to like take some laps in the backyard.
Yeah,
because I got a pretty big steep hill in the backyard. If you guys didn't know,
we haven't had a very sustained valley snow this year. Like I don't think we've had more than 12 inches. Like I don't think we've had 12 inches this year sitting
total
statically. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You know, we had that week that it snowed like 24 inches, but like after settlement and melts and like rain, you know, so
yeah.
Backyard parts are limited.
But to echo what you said a minute earlier, I bet it was pretty good at the Bird today. I saw some clips, looked pretty good. I was getting a little bit of FOMO, honestly. Yeah, but
I'm sure
I didn't see totals, but I heard from a buddy Peter, who's going to be at Park City Sunday, that it was like one of his first like sleeper-ish days, like where it's not that crowded, middle of the week, and like a really good POW day. Yeah,
it was a sleeper with full parking.
I don't know.
Okay, wow, that's good.
I mean,
everybody drove up solo. See, that's what you got to do on the weekdays now. Everybody drive independently, fill that parking lot up. I'm kidding.
We're pro environment here. Just
EVs. Everybody drive their EVs.
Yeah.
Ride their bicycles.
But yeah, speaking of Sunday, obviously, I guess you guys clicked on this, so you're aware, but we're trying to do a meetup on Saturday and Sunday. If anybody's in the area, obviously I wish I could, travel across the country and do meetups with everybody wherever they are at, including Florida and Texas. But it is what it is.
You have to bring a truckload of snow with you. And it'd be like a 15-minute mini meet.
I could just, hit up like some bowling alleys in Texas or Florida and get their shavings.
The bowling alleys?
Why am I saying bowling alleys? Yeah. The bowling alleys.
Definitely. We're going to grease the roads. That's not dangerous.
The ice skating rink. I don't know where bowling alleys came from. In my mind, I guess bowling is the same thing as ice skating. Oh,
you're thinking curling. Some curling alleys. They have those all over Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. I might have mentioned this story before, but a long time ago, my college days, my buddy Joel and I went to an ice skating rink and asked if we could use all their shavings from the Zamboni and just take them and put them in the back of his truck. He had a flatbed pickup, and we loaded up his truck to the brim and took it to a hill, like in a shopping center that had a steep hill behind it. And we had a rail session in the middle of the night in July in Maryland, which is crazy. We were covered in mud by like the time the sun came up, and it was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. So it can be done. It can be done anywhere, as long as they have bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah.
You're obviously not a golfer, Dan.
Yeah. So Saturday, going to be at Solitude. so far, I've made a RSVP link. I believe that's in the description to this video. So far, I've had 3 people respond to each saying that they'll be there. So that's pretty cool. We got at least 3 confirmed going to Solitude Saturday, and I believe 4 confirmed for Park City on the Canyon side Sunday. Peter, the guy I was just mentioning, he DM'd me and said he's going to go, but I don't think he registered, which is fine. So yeah, if anybody's in the area, chime in. If you guys can make it, it would be awesome. I'd love to ride with you. A bunch of you have been asking for years for me to do like a meetup, and sorry, it took me forever, but we finally got one going. If you guys
awesome.
Never
like never.
Yeah. Even if we get like just a handful of people, I think that would be really fun to do both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we picked Solitude because if anybody has an Icon Pass, it's unlimited. It doesn't cost you any days. And unfortunately, it's paid and reserved parking until 1 o'clock. So that's why I picked 1:30 as the meetup time. Hopefully, traffic isn't too crazy getting up there around like 12:30, 1 o'clock, right as parking frees up and becomes free. And then, the plan is to meet at Moonbeam, behind the Moonbeam Lodge, basically like in front of the lift line around 1:30, and then take some laps with you guys as much as we can. And you're free to come and go whenever you want. If you want to just drop in and say hi, that's fine. If you want to drop in and take a lap, if you want to take 5 or 6 laps, that's totally fine. But we're going to try to keep it really mellow for most people. Whatever the most beginner or intermediate rider is, we'll cater towards that riding. But that's the plan for Saturday, and we'll ride probably until last chair. And then Sunday, earlier start. Austin's going to be there. He's going to be there at Park City. We're doing the Canyon side. And on the Canyon side, we are going to meet at the Cabriolet parking lot. I picked an 8:30 start time. Maybe getting there earlier is a better idea. It is a Sunday. Canyon side's never as busy as the Park City side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Park City side's definitely way busier. Have you ever ridden the Park City side? Oh, well, there you go.
It's canyons, and it always seems empty.
Yep, exactly.
So, good move going
so that's why we picked it. It is St. Patrick's Day, though, so I don't know if that's going to make it a little bit more crowded. But I'm going to get there around 8 a.m., and then we will hang out. I'll maybe have some coffee or something for anybody who's there early waiting, and we'll hang out till at least 9 o'clock, probably 9:15, just in case there's anybody running late. And then we'll head up to Red Pine, and if Red Pine looks like it's got a huge line, then maybe we'll hop on the Orange Bubble, and we'll just kind of stay on the canyon side throughout the day. Again, that's going to be really low key. If you don't get there at 8 or 8:30, if you get there 10 o'clock, whatever, like we'll try to link up with you guys as much as possible. We'll break for lunch at the Red Pine restaurant. I forget what it's called. Around 12:30, so that's another place we can meet up if you guys are looking for us. But I'm also going to have my Instagram open a lot more than I usually do riding. I don't often post as much as I should on days riding to Instagram. I'm so focused on filming for YouTube, but I'm going to be checking my DMs a lot, very frequently, if anybody's like trying to reach us and that sort of thing. So yeah, if anybody can make it, hit the registration. That'll be awesome, just to give me a better idea for a head count. And if you can't make it, we're hopefully going to do more of these like next season. And this is kind of like a test run to see how it goes, to be honest. So far, just the logistics of like setting it up and everything has been a big learning experience for me. So yeah,
but it's official. You got an RSVP page, and
I do.
Stabilization almost just kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're achieving liftoff here, guys.
Or we're getting shorter.
Oh yeah. I'm getting older, so I probably am getting shorter. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of shop. If anybody can make it and has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, obviously. And anybody who can't, we'll be ripping with you in spirit. And I always tell people, if you're in town and you want to link up, I will do my best to try to link up if I can, but my schedule often doesn't sync up with people's, unfortunately, just like where they're riding or what days they're riding. I am a part-time stay-at-home dad now, so that affects things. But yeah, if you guys are in town and you want to grab a lap or even just say hi, always please feel free to DM me. I encourage it on Instagram if you can, and I'll try to make it happen if we can, but no guarantees. So let's get back into some of the comments. Andrew Kolka says, "Yo, what's good, legends?"
Nice. How much, Andrew? How are you?
Yeah, man. What's good, legends? I don't know any good legends. Do you know what's good legends? This question is asking.
I haven't played that in a long time though, so I don't know who the good legends are.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. What's good legends? Sorry. No, appreciate that, man. Home acre living.
Apparently my parents.
Ah, it's us, mom and dad.
Yeah.
I love watching you guys in the videos. Did you know that?
Hi, mom and dad. I had wondered so my mom ran a YouTube channel for a little while.
Oh,
and
cool.
She did some really cool content for their place. Like they've got a huge micro farm garden.
Nice.
And my dad does a ton of projects, and so she was running around filming everything, and her process of
cool.
of kind of, you know, like I'd call it light homesteading, and
cool.
And then I think you know, at some point she was like, oh, it's so much to you know, run a YouTube thing, and she's retired, and she's like I'm not trying to make a living off of this, I'm just having fun. Yeah. So then it was just like really fun to, it started out I think showing the family, like everybody, you know, here's what we're doing, here's, you know, and then it always just turned into even being like, how does my dad get so much done? How do both of them? I'm like,
good question.
I'm still trying to wash my car from last week.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they're retired, right? I guess.
Yeah,
I guess true. You have more time when you're retired.
That's true.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it someday. But very cool. Yeah, it's good to see you guys in here.
You're already retired. You just retired from your first career. You're on to your next one.
You'll have to ask them later on what the redacted.
Yeah, well,
it was. Yeah, thanks for watching. The Samoan Viking says had to take all last season off for a surgery.
That's
but have been on hill all this season. That makes sense. Dang. Oh, and had our second son in October. Congratulations. Man. Yeah. Love that. Very cool.
Yeah, for the win.
Yeah, definitely. Copped your first collab with them and another set of gloves this last season. Nice. Love the gloves. Beautiful. Thanks, man. Thanks for picking up 2 pairs. That's awesome. Yeah, as you guys probably know, link is always in the description for VO gloves, and you get 15% off with promo code Board Progression. Best gloves you'll ever wear.
They're really good.
Ride Vibe says, yo. Watching NST today.
We were talking about that. Didn't watch it, so that'll be catching up tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll catch up, but I'll eventually try to catch up.
That's how you indoctrinate the little one.
Yeah. I kept telling myself all the way through the fall and including like up till today, like, oh yeah, I need to watch the finals of last year. In AK. I don't think I ever did.
So you won't catch up until next season because you got to catch up on last season.
Sure. Yeah. Compound interest, though. I think it's just gonna maybe like 4 years from now. But no, yeah, we were both talking about it and stoked for it. I want to check it out. Ride Vibes, did you? And was it good? Don't spoil anything though. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get around to it. So don't spoil anything for this guy. But yeah. So was that the Revy Stoke that started today, by the way? Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it was Rebel Stoke that started today.
Cool.
I'm like 90% sure, but
cool.
That 10% can get really big.
Now, did the weather window just start, or have they had a weather window for a while and they got it?
I don't know. I know that, I mean, interior BC and Pacific Northwest BC have been hammered for the last 2 weeks.
So I have a feeling like as soon as the weather window started, like they were good to go. It seemed awfully quick when they were just talking about like all the duels being aired like a week ago. So Donnie B Adventure says, damn, wish I could be there. Utah is an awesome place to ride. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks, man. Wish you could be here too. Yeah. Have you been able to ride here at all this season or recently?
Where do you normally ride?
Yeah. Good question. But yeah, sorry you can't be here. Simone Viking says, wish I could make that meetup with you guys, but definitely am making it up there next season. Awesome.
Sick.
Cool. Try to let us know if you have any idea when you'll be here. And maybe we can plan something around that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simone Viking says, I think I'm going to have to hit up Austin for that new Rover. Ooh.
And maybe a dark side
during the off-season.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm loving that one.
Based on your other boards, I think that Rover would be.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I love the Rover, and I'm loving the 158 dark side. Been riding that a bunch.
I'll tell you what, when I had a great time on the Rover at Snow Basin yesterday. But at the same time, maybe it was just the snow that's kicking my butt and my back. And I was just like,
this was yesterday, by the way.
Like the catch on that full camber was it was there to say hi.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. We went to Snow Basin.
Groomers? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We went to Snow Basin yesterday. Gonna drop some content, a top to bottom from that on Friday. But yeah, we got early ups at Snow Basin. We were there a whole hour before they opened and got a couple laps like with an escort basically to rip some groomers, and the groomers had like 2 maybe 3 inches of fresh on top. It was super fun, but yeah, that's the most unforgiving I've seen the Rover be, because off piste it was pretty bulletproof with like 2 or 3 inches of dust on top. And there's some areas where it's just super flat light, like you can't tell where the bumps are. And just having like,
it was awesome to test in those conditions though, because it was like, you know, in those directional profiles, and when you have so much more nose, and it's like I'd swing, you know, against the fall line, and then just like some chunk would catch a back contact.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Get ready for it.
Yep. Because this board's full camber all the way to the contact points, no early rise. It's not very forgiving, but it's extremely gripping and locked in.
Yeah.
When you're holding an edge, it's like extremely high performance, but not a very intermediate or even beginner board, obviously. But yeah, it's also.
So we're gonna make a model with some early rise.
Yeah. So that won't be as much of an issue. There's Peter Velarde. Sweet. He says,
nice.
See you Sunday, dog. Austin coming.
I sure will.
Yeah,
I will see you there.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. We'll be there probably around 8 a.m. at the Cabriolet parking lot, as I mentioned. Yeah, and then we'll rip until whenever we feel like calling it, I guess. Are you limited on how much time you have Sunday?
I don't think so.
Cool. Yeah, it will probably be the only Park City day that we get this season. We are getting hooked up with a couple comp passes thanks to our buddy Mike. So huge shout out to Michael
Thank
George.
you, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, if you're watching, I know.
Is Mike coming to ride?
Unfortunately, he can't make it. Yeah, I know. I was hoping he'd be able to come, but
we're gonna have to kidnap him.
I know.
We're gonna have to take his van and then show back up at his house. And when he comes out and he's like, "There's my van," we get him.
Yeah. Just leave the door open as we like park it.
We have candy.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks to him. And also, I know it's not a huge help, but he's got a couple of half off tickets. And if anybody's trying to go, but they don't have access to Park City, but they're trying to buy a pass, if you're interested, drop a comment, DM me. But we do have a couple of half off tickets at Park City, thanks to Mike. But I'm afraid the half offs are still probably like $140, something like that. I want to say they're not cheap because a day pass is like $300.
You know what else? When we were just talking to,
it helps if you're gonna throw down for a pass.
We were just talking to Mark yesterday. We're talking about the tipping scales that have occurred with seasons pass and day passes. There's like you used to get a day pass for $35 to $50, but a season's pass was
still
$1,000, and you're like, I gotta
or
go.
like $500 or $600, you know.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta go, 20
yeah.
times a season to be able to, now you can go like 7 times.
You can go twice.
Yeah, I mean,
no. At Park City, what the heck?
Maybe was it the party
Maybe.
time? No, it's the piece.
I need to start streaming from another platform, and that's what I'm getting from this. Right?
Random balloons and stuff. Little do you know, it's actually a viewer who's like,
somebody's hacked into the stream.
Give these boys some balloons.
Yeah. Thanks for whoever hacked into the stream and added the balloons. Anyway, 2 days. Can I do this without something popping up on screen? 2 days at Park City are more money if you just buy them at the window than buying an Epic local pass if you buy an Epic local pass at the end of the season for next year. I can almost guarantee that. And I think prices are going up or have gone up recently for next season.
Mm-hmm.
But Sean was telling me he got an Epic local pass for like $500, or maybe it was like
Sean Bobby.
Yeah, maybe it was like $580 or $590, something like that. But anyway, it was less than $600.
I didn't realize that Vail did an Epic local pass.
Yeah,
I thought that they were actually an excluded Epic local pass resort because, like,
I don't think so.
When Epic bought Stevens or when Vail bought Stevens, I remember that it was like, don't worry, like we'll still have, like I remember they're like, I remember reading their pass structure, and I did not think that Park City had one just because it was such a prominent resort. But that's really cool if that's the case. I mean, that's a freaking steal.
That's what Sean said he got. And so honestly, I'm looking into doing that next season. I'm looking into getting an Epic local pass. I think that's what Peter has. Huh?
It's such a far drive though.
Dude, you need to watch my Park City review video.
Okay. I have watched it.
Yeah, but like a drive from middle of Salt Lake Valley to Canyons is, I'm gonna say a shorter, faster drive on a powder day than going up the Canyons.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's my point.
I agree.
Yeah, in a perfect world with perfect, conditions, no traffic, it's closer to get up to Cottonwoods and quicker. But the reality of it is, if it's snowing and if it's busy, it's just it's equal.
And if you don't want to leave at 5 a.m. to get up there with no traffic, and then
and then sit up there for like 2 hours twiddling your thumbs.
We're just gonna be talking.
If you guys are wondering what's going on, I've got a armrest here and it keeps hitting the buttons on my desk, raising it up. So we'll just drop both of them, and my shoulders won't look as bulky, I guess. There we go. We're gonna look like Wilson from Home Improvement. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. But anyways, So season pass, Epic local pass. I think that's what Peter's probably doing. I might get one next season, just so we can ride Park City and Canyons more. Speaking of season passes, and I'll get back to your questions in a second, guys. Sorry, but
I was wondering. I was going to say this is going to be a hot topic tonight.
Speaking of season passes, I don't know if you guys have heard this. I don't know why, but it seems like it's kind of flown under the radar a little bit with a lot of people. It kind of did for me. Well, for 2 days until I actually read my email from Powder Mountain. But Powder Mountain has gotten rid of their season pass limit. In other words, there's no cap anymore for season passes at Powder Mountain. They're going to sell as many as they want under one caveat, and that is the more they sell, the more the prices go up. And
so it's a price-based deterrent.
Theoretically,
Supply and demand.
Theoretically, They claim that Powder Mountain has tons of terrain, and it's still going to remain uncrowded because of the pricing, even though they made their early bird pricing like 2 days after they announced that. And they only announced it in an email. They gave out an email to people who were current pass holders or who had been pass holders in the past. And in the email, they said that they're dropping the cap. And they announced like 2 days later that season passes were on sale for next year, and the early bird price is $1,500. And if you buy one now, you can use it now. So basically, there's no cap anymore for this season. Like as many passes that they can sell right now, that's how many people can be at Powder Mountain on any given day now. And
now, of course, like not all seasons pass people will show up in the same day. But it'll be interesting for them to start figuring out their metrics with like they cap their day ticket sales still, but they don't require reservations. So if what they used to only sell, I think it was 3,000 season passes annually.
Yeah, and in fact, last season they didn't release their numbers of what they sold, but the season before that it was 3,000. They said that they capped it at 3,000. And last year they didn't disclose that information. So it makes you wonder, like, did they increase it? They probably did. But years past, it was only 3,000.
That there was another item that is of whispers, which is parking.
Yeah. There's rumors. I don't think it's been confirmed anywhere, but there's rumors that they're going to start charging for parking up there as well.
And as we commented, like anytime we've ever been up there, parking's never been an issue because it's not a busy mountain. And now you're thinking like, wow, okay, so parking is now like busy. And then you mentioned the passes for next year's sales working now, which is cool. However, you mentioned people commenting that it's busy.
Yeah, well, Donovan was there last Saturday, and Donovan said the parking lot at Hidden Lake was full, and there were cars going out to the road, like parked on the road, and there were people driving around lapping the parking lot trying to find parking spots, which I've never seen. And the prices. I mean, the day passes are now $230 the day of if you get there. They're probably going to go up even more next year. And then the $1,500 early bird price is more than buying a snowbird pass at its highest price.
So now on the topic of privatization, is this privatization just based on, outpricing? That like
exactly. They're saying we're not going to make Powder private. Reed Hastings says we're never going to make Powder Mountain private, but we are going to privatize a couple of lifts. Oh yeah, and Rain Tree Cat area. And we're just going to jack up the prices for everything and open the floodgates on the number of people who have money that can buy passes. And it's not private. It's just wealthy. Yeah. So
I still think it would be really awesome if they offered like a locals pass, like for the county that they're in. Like Baker has limited passes per year for seasons pass holders, but they have a special pool for anybody who's got a Whatcom County zip. And like, I don't think it's limited, so it's like they don't want people. That's one way that they kind of control crowds a little bit. Now they don't cap day ticket sales or anything, and I think their day tickets still are like $80.
That's pretty great.
Which is awesome.
Nowadays, that's as dirt cheap as you can find anywhere.
But it rains there and it never snows, so don't go to Baker.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
This year especially.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so bad. Has it gotten a little better?
Yeah, they had a pretty good storm come through, and I was just talking to a buddy who still rides Stevens Pass, and he said that what's crazy is that the worst season I can ever remember was 2014 there. And I think that the season total was 380 inches of snowfall, and their average is 700. And that year was abysmal. This year they only have 284 inches for the season, and they have a 70-inch base though.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've kept their snow really well.
Wow.
And
they just got a dump.
And then they just got a dump. And I mean, conditions looked phenomenal, but they said that the base is kept way better than that bad abysmal season.
Yeah, I saw Kevin from Snowboard Pro Camp went to Stevens Pass.
I messaged him. I was very jealous.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the latest Powder Mountain news. Man, it hits me pretty hard. I love Powder Mountain. It's been one of my favorite places in like the top 3 that I've ever ridden, especially here in Utah. And it just kind of breaks my heart to see what's going on there, honestly.
If anything, it starts to look like it takes it out of the hands of like locals and starts to destination the resort, a resort that doesn't have destination facilities,
and just any lower middle class people. Like the only thing that they still have that's like throwing a bone is the night riding for $29, I think it is, or maybe it's 19. It's like $20 or $30 for night riding, but they said that they're getting rid of the night pass too.
Cool.
Yeah, people asked like, "Do you still have a night pass?"
Yeah,
and they said no. With our new cheaper day passes for night passes, I guess I should say, they got rid of the night season pass. If anybody wanted to do that, so yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to some of the questions, but let me know what you guys think about Powder Mountain and what's going on there.
Oh wait, I got one for you. Did you know that there's a free ski park? Oh man, I think it's south of Provo.
Ski park?
There's like a wreck hill that they blow snow on. It's got inner tubing. It's got this big inner tube setup, but they have an urban section too. They've got like 3 kickers.
I feel like I've heard of this.
It's Eagle something, I think.
Where?
Eagle. I'm gonna look it up. I'll send it. I meant to send it to you the other day.
Cool.
But like they have lights there for night sessions as well.
Nice.
And it looks like like that. It's like a a kind of like a just a community park. And it's free.
Awesome.
It's got a rope tow and a magic carpet.
Rope tow?
And it's free.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. So I think when I mapped it was like 45 minutes south of us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what more communities need to do, like that have snow and can do stuff like that. That's amazing. Very cool. But yeah, before we get into the weeds, let's jump back into some questions.
NST was at Ravi and it was sick.
Eugene. Hey, what's up, Eugene? Says we'll try to make it to Solitude, but we'll be riding from Brighton. Have reservations there and can ride both resorts. Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. The Solbright. Austin and I recently hit up Solbright. We didn't actually go all the way over to Solitude, but we were hitting some of the terrain in between Brighton and Solitude on that trail. So yeah, dude, if you can come over, that would be awesome. I'm going to try to get there a little bit earlier than
it would probably work out perfect if that guy's riding all day, right? Because Brighton in the morning, Solitude in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, 1:30 is the plan to meet by Moonbeam. Very cool, dude. Yeah, just look for the B on the side of my helmet and come say hi. And we'll be lapping stuff on the front side of the mountain, probably around Moonbeam and like maybe Eagle, maybe Powderhorn. Yeah, very cool. Samoan Viking says another custom ultra wide, of course. Talking about the dark side or the Rover. Yeah. Very cool. Yep. Ride Vibe says NST was at Revy and it was sick. Nice. Weather window started and they kicked it off. Cool. And so I thought, Roland, what's up? Roland? Darn boys, I wish I could be there, but I'll be back. Yo is a Villa. Austin is Alex. He's saying back from Alaska. Yeah, he's been back for like a week and a half.
Have you talked to Alex much about his trip?
I have. It looks like it was absolutely epic, cool. Like life-changing, like everything you'd imagine Alaska to be. Cool. Yeah, he says, have either of you been there or heli skiing? No. And no. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Alex said he's going to try to see if he can get me to AK next year. I don't know if that's really far-fetched or just a little far-fetched. Right now it's one of those two probably, but yeah, obviously it's bucket list, as is Japan, and Baldface. Those are like the 3 big ones for me. Like if I had a top 3 list of like bucket list, like I could snowboard anywhere in the world, it'd be those 3. I don't know which order. Probably Alaska would be number 1. Japan number 2 and Baldface 3, I'm gonna say. But yeah, hopefully I can get one of those 3 next year. That would be nice. You got a bucket list, like top 3 places you'd ever want to go?
There's too many places.
You can't even pick 3?
No, I'm also just very happy with the bird.
That's pretty great.
Actually, what I was gonna say is like, I had set my sights on heli skiing a number of years ago, and then a very good friend of mine who's does a lot of cat skiing, a lot of heli skiing, and a lot of touring, and he was like, just get into touring, and he was kind of walking me through a lot of his heli trips, and he's like, you've got what in your mind, what you see, people ride in heli skiing, and but what you end up actually getting in heli skiing is quite a bit different with what the guides take you to, and they're usually big bowls, amazing lines, but they're not you're not riding you're not riding double black diamonds
or big pillows or cliff drops or anything like that, probably.
And that's what he was saying is in terms of the when you're going into that echelon, you're looking at a different level of guides. And so then I kind of remember changing my track and starting to get more into backcountry riding and looking for that self-access, and that's only gone so far. But I mean, I would love to that's always been in the back of my mind is what I envision where I'll go heli skiing and what will be available.
Have you seen any of his clips?
Yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah, they look
absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, just seeing that, I'm like, okay, I want to do
Have you ever watched Auntie's Arctic Lines series though?
No,
on
YouTube?
I think
so.
You gotta check it out. Because those are the lines that I want to find. But Norway, I really want to do Norway.
You should DM him and see what he says.
Yeah, be like, dude, take me with you.
Or just drop me a pin.
Just drop me a pin. I really want to go to Norway. Arctic Circle, I think, would be really cool.
Cool.
That friend of mine I was telling you about, he did a dream trip where they sailed in Norway, and they did it for 2 weeks, and they just dinging in and toured up. And
awesome. All right, Norway it is. I'll make that my number 4. We got any graphics?
My number 1. Though.
We got any graphics on the screen? No. Okay.
Bald-faced Japan, Norway.
There you go. That's good.
And like that. Oh gosh, I don't know. All of them.
See?
All of them together. Jeez.
So your list is the same as mine.
It's the same. It just depends on who's got the better snow for the season.
Yep. Simone Viking says full credit to Austin for switching me from rocker to camber. Game changer for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Rocker was a fad. Let's be real. Camber always has been and always will be superior for the majority of riding. Rocker's good for a few things.
Meanwhile, Mark was blowing me away with his edge hold yesterday on his
that's true.
On his hybrid board.
Yeah, in those conditions too.
Yeah.
We rode with Mark at Snow Basin yesterday, and it was pretty dust on crust almost everywhere, but we got some really good paddle lines thanks to him. But yeah, he was on a Never Summer proto something.
Synthesis.
Proto-synthesis. Yeah, he was tearing it up. Mark's the man though. He's a level 3 instructor. He knows how to ride probably anything. That's my claim on that.
You're big, Dave.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, Donnie B's Adventures says, I'm from Michigan. Cool. Saw you at Brighton for a minute when I was out there about 3 weeks ago. Sweet. Usually ride at Pine Knob. Cool park, but tiny hill. Okay. Pine Knob. Yeah, I guess if it's in the Midwest, Michigan, it's probably pretty small from what I've heard. But that's cool. Does it have a rope tow park? If it does, I'm going to be a little bit jealous, honestly, because, dude, so much progression happens in those little tiny rope tow parks. Getting that many reps in, and being able to try a trick out and have it fresh in your mind, oh, I think I need to do this differently, and then within minutes be able to apply that and try it again. That's priceless.
First place I ever rode a rope tow park was Mount Hood for High Cascade, and I was like, "This is so cool."
That's cool.
And they had 3 different rope tows in their park, and one for the jump line, one for a jib line, and one for a big line.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything like that here in Utah. There is a rope tow at Snow Basin, but it runs pretty slow, and the features on it are not.
And I wish that Hot Laps had a rope tow at Woodward. Because the chair is
or just an area somewhere Hot Laps is the chair, but yeah, they need a rope tow there. I don't know why there isn't one. I think a lot of people want it. But last I heard at Woodward is they're just like pinching pennies because corporately Woodward is trying to open new hubs, like one in Australia or something, and maybe somewhere else. And this is kind of rumors internally. I've heard that Woodward Park City can't get any money to do anything. And they claim that that's why there's no airbag outside.
Oh, interesting.
Because I said there should be an airbag outside. But anyway.
Daddy won't get back to
getting off topic.
Dan, they're not giving us the budget. Shut up.
Yeah. Anyway, cool, Donnie. Roland says, Austin, next year we got a ride, buddy.
Dude, yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know in advance when your trip's going to be, and I will schedule in today. Yeah.
If you can plan a trip in March.
And I will try not to have a broken clavicle this year.
That would be a big, that's a big part of it. But yeah, I was going to say, Roland, if you can plan a trip in like late February or early March, I might do another meetup around the same time if you want to join up for the meetup. But I'm sure we'll try to link up even if you can't do the meetup. So no pressure there. But yeah, the Rascals, what's up? Rascals says was planning on going to Utah next weekend or the weekend after. Bummer. Like meaning after this weekend.
Yeah, well, at least if you're coming the next weekend, there's a storm coming in. As the forecast says, so it could be pretty primo.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're gonna have like sunny, warmer conditions this weekend, which will be fun and honestly good visibility. It's probably best for a meetup, but from a pure riding standpoint, you might get better conditions the following weekend with a storm coming in. Definitely. All board, no breaks. What's up? All board, no breaks. Says, what's up? It's been a while. Yeah, man. Good to see you in here.
Yeah.
Thanks for chiming in.
Sorry.
It's okay. Austin's like, yeah, but it might have been the last time Austin was here too. I'm just kidding. Anderson, what's up? Anderson says, any lunar demos?
Yeah.
For the PC meetup.
So I'm not planning on bringing a fleet, but if you hit us up ahead of time and you're going to be there, let me know. I will let you know what we have that we can bring. And I was thinking about it yesterday actually, and I was just like, the only hard part is we're parking at like Cabriolet. And like we're not going to be making trips back and forth, and so it's kind of like a car. It'd be like you're gonna ride the board for the day, right? And then there's the caveat of like what time we're leaving and linking back up and equipment, So anyway, if you're interested in it, hit us up and we'll figure it out.
What would be the best way? DMing on Instagram?
Yeah, DM us on Instagram or reach out on the website. Our contact submission, we have a demo one. So
cool. So yeah, you can just do that on the website or Instagram, and hopefully you can demo one. That'd be awesome. The Rascal says, how long do you think season will go to? Good question. I'm going to say based on averages alone, just averages alone, not the conditions of what we're going to get with snow. Most resorts will close like the second to last week of April. That's my prediction.
And it's touring season.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I hope everything goes till May or June.
I've got May 21st for Brighton. That's May 21st.
Ooh, I like it. I will say I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to be optimistic that Brighton's going to keep the Millie Meltdown going like they did last year, because they said hopefully they can keep doing it. If that's the case, then yeah. Whatever like the second to last week of May is, I'll say that's Brighton's closing day. Snowbird will start systematically closing down the mountain April 2nd, I want to say, like starting with Gad Valley, and then Mineral will probably close, and then Peruvian, and then they'll keep Little Cloud open. If it's a good snow year, Father's Day was the last day that they were open last year, and that was like the best season ever. Long gone, it seems, are the days when the bird is like, we're bragging we're the longest season in Utah. That was literally a hashtag that they would use from the start of the season to the end of the season, and that is long gone. So, yeah. My prediction is like the last man standing that closes any kind of skiing or snowboarding will be Woodward, and that will be probably sometime late May, maybe Memorial Day. I want to claim Memorial Day. Yeah. So very long answer, but hopefully that's a good answer and a thorough answer. And I hope I'm wrong about all of it, and then all of it keeps going until August. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Simone Viking says, I'll definitely give you guys a heads up for next year. Cool. Gonna try to bring the family up there and get my boys on snow.
Nice.
Awesome. Probably make it a 4-day weekend and try to hit up some of the big hills. Love it. Yeah, man. Can't wait to hear from you. Awesome.
Hopefully maybe a Powwow
Hopefully
day.
maybe a Powwow day too. Yeah. Hopefully it's not crowded. But yeah, love it. Would be a dream to link up with you guys. Same, man. Absolutely. Can't agree more. Red's talking about the Powder Mountain Pass. Yeah, $1,500 early bird. Oof, it's ridiculous. Powwow was the first Utah resort on my list for next season. Might have to revisit that. Ouch. And parking. Yeah, I know, man. It's a bummer. I don't know what else to say other than it's a bummer. And honestly, I think I'm gonna have to update my Powder Mountain review next year. We'll see. I'm gonna
give it.
I'll give it a chance.
Let the pieces fall in place.
Yeah, I'll let the chips fall where they may and see what it's like. I'll go there, hopefully, if they'll have me back. They said they'd have me back. They'd have us back, I should say, at least one more time this season. That's another thing that's been a bummer. I don't know if I mentioned you guys, but I used to have a full season pass there with unlimited cat riding for 2 years in a row, which was phenomenal. And even before that happened, anytime I came up, they just threw me all kinds of comp passes, no questions asked. So they were super supportive and awesome. And then staffing changed. We have met the new people there that are in charge, and they've been nice. But I think honestly, just their hands are tied with stuff coming down from up top about what they can and can't do. I was there once this season earlier with Snowboard Pro Camp. Austin was there. Alex was there. We had an awesome time. And they said we could probably come back at least once more this season. So I think we will. We'll try to do the cat riding and all that. While Lightning Ridge is still cat access only because they're building a lift up to Lightning Ridge next year. But yeah, I have a feeling that the resort review might be adjusted. We'll see. Anyway, I'm not trying to be negative or get in the weeds. But yeah. Rascal says Powder Mountain sounds like it is from a Tolkien novel. That's hilarious. Yeah, it does. All Board No Break says, unpopular opinion, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the bird, but it's no steeper than any other major resort I've been to. A black at Snowbird is the same as a black at any other resort. I'm gonna disagree. Yeah. Even just at Brighton, I want to say the blacks at Brighton versus the blacks at the Bird are different.
What I would say that I have felt about the Bird, and it's very my polarization from the Pacific Northwest to Utah in general is that Utah is just far bonier and it feels more exposed. There's plenty of glaciated areas and some wicked terrain in Washington and Oregon, but the Bird is, I feel like there is more easily accessible consequential riding.
Yeah.
And not to say that it's better riding because it's consequential. In fact, the Bird in some ways has been there is stuff that I'm still looking for there that I haven't found, or it's a different riding experience in general. But I mean, I'm not usually comparing a mountain on its steepness, but the the kind of terrain that I'm finding myself in. Which steepness of course comes into play.
Yeah.
But
I would argue though, as far as steepness goes, like a black at Brighton, say Great Western, for example, is not as steep. like and sustained for a steep pitch.
Oh, for the length of time
as Snowbird.
It's like Great Scott.
Yeah.
I don't know what constitutes a black actually. So there's obviously a standardization. Is it a degree?
No, it's totally dependent on each mountain.
Oh, okay.
Each mountain's ranking is in relation to the terrain at the mountain. So the easiest terrain at an extremely tall, extremely steep mountain is only the green there because it's the easiest, even though it could be like, a 35 degree
I see.
pitch.
So that's that joke about how Chickadee's a green, but it's like
but they say it's the steepest bunny slope in North America. I could pull up the map real quick. I don't think I can show you guys, but just looking at the map for Snowbird, if I can pull it up. So for example, like Great Scott is a double black. Upper Primrose is a double black. This is a terrible map.
Get your blanket.
It's super blurry. I actually have a better one on my computer. I should pull that up. And if there's a way to screen share this, I would love to screen share this with you guys. But I don't know if there is. So bear with us. But yeah.
But Aborts and Breaks, I'd be interested to know, like, where have you ridden that you feel is the most comparable terrain, like, per capita in terms of, most amount of steep vertical?
Because he said that he thought the blacks are the same as they are at any mountain, which is interesting. Yeah. So here we go. Here's, I guess you guys can't see this, but Upper Silver Fox is double black. Great Scott's double black. Upper Cirque is double black, but Middle Cirque is just a single black. Lower Cirque is a single black. Tower 3 is
a double. I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
See, now Wilbur Bowl is a double black, but I wouldn't. I mean, the top of it's kind of steep, but I think it, kind of graces out. So
Think Young, aka Anderson's, that's a single black. Okay, that's a perfect example to me. All right, Anderson's is what I call it. I just did a top to bottom. This is actually a good example if you guys have seen it. If you haven't, check out the top to bottom I just did. Thanks. And we drop Anderson's, was what it used to be called, but it's called Think Young now. And if you've been there in person, it's a very steep pitch. I don't know the exact angles, but coming from back east, especially anywhere back east, anything like that would have been a double black. And that's obviously like it's different being a single black here.
And I think having a double black, right, has to also probably do with the terrain offerings. Like the technicality of the terrain on it. It's like, because
that's true. It's
Wilbur
not
Bowl
just
is not as steep as Great Scott's, I wouldn't expect. But Wilbur Bowl does have some spicy spots.
Some steep, really steep sections, but it has a lot of cliffy areas and like rocky sections. And yeah, I mean, I kind of see your argument, I guess. It's not just that the bird is steep. It's that there's a lot of zones that are very spicy and you could die, honestly. It's like inbounds, like a lot of cliffy areas where if you don't know what you're doing, you're not paying attention, you get lost, like you can get cliffed out. So I don't know. As far as steepness alone goes,
amphitheater is butt puckering.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, there's like no way down if you don't know where you're going. I see your argument though. I will say, like, initially I was like, no, you're wrong, but I kind of see your point. If it's just steepness alone, maybe, yeah. But in comparison to like most of the terrain at Solitude, if you're not talking about Fantasy Ridge, I'd say most of the terrain at Snowbird is steeper. There's like some valleys in Honeycomb or like Evergreen Peak, for example, that like bottom out to like a gully at Solitude. But instead, like at the Bird, it's just like that even sustained pitch like the whole way down, you know. Same thing with Brighton. Like Brighton has a lot of steep areas, but they flatten out and kind of stay flat for a long time. Whereas I think with the Bird, other than a few exceptions, it's mostly a sustained steepness the whole way top to bottom. You know, there are some flat areas like Little Cloud, like by the bottom of the chair. And then there's some areas in Peruvian Gulch that kind of flatten out in the middle. Well, not the middle, but like the top third. Anyway, we're getting a little bit into the weeds, but I think when people say the Bird is steeper, it's more consistently steep, like consistently a steep grade, top to bottom. That's what I think of with the steepness of the Bird.
See, now this is where I think the Bird doesn't have steeps like that. But see, that's the Pacific Northwest, right? Like where the snow just plasters a zone.
That's because the snow wouldn't stay.
Yeah, right. Out here, this is a 55-degree pitch.
Yeah,
and
the snow would not stick to that here.
And like you can,
there's areas like that here, but it's just rocks.
Yeah, and like in this one, you can hover your way down onto this nose, and then just but it's like that's what I've never found that out here because we don't have the snowboard out here.
But great topic to bring up. Obviously, you brought up some good conversation. So thanks for that, All Board No Breaks. It is 9:07, so we'll try to get through these and wrap it up. The Rascals says, I was in Niseko a few weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
But it was icy this year.
Nice.
Oh, not so nice, yeah.
Coming off of that like amazing 2-month cycle they had too. That's a bummer.
That is a bummer. Yeah. They did have a good cycle. Like what, January, February? Anderson says heli skiing at Silverton was amazing.
Where is Silverton at, Anderson?
Colorado, I think. Right?
Okay.
I'm not sure actually. Chime in, but Silverton. I've heard of Silverton. Yeah, he just chimed in at the bottom. Silverton, Colorado. That's what I thought. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, they have heli skiing at Snowbird. They've got powder birds. Last time I looked at it though, I think it was like $1,400 a seat or something for like 4 guaranteed laps. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it wasn't cheap. Cameron, what's up, Cameron? Good to see you. Says, Austin, have you been able to touch base with Avron Laff?
Oh, Angry Snowboarder.
Oh,
I have not. No, we've just had our season internally has been very busy, and it's definitely something. I think you suggested that a few weeks back, and that we would be interested in doing. He gives very, very
blunt,
blunt and honest feedback, and he's got a lot of experience on a lot of different boards. That would be great to hear. That's one of the things that I love. Hearing from people who have a vast or like a deep knowledge of their own quiver and how things stack up, and that's the only way that we know where to make improvements or where we are correct in our identity. So
true. Yep. Anderson says Red Bull just did a slide-in tour at Pine Knob. Oh wow. Okay. Pine Knob, I think he said was Midwest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very cool. Terminator 2149. What's up, Terminator? Good to see you here. I'm in Park City. Brought the Lunar board, first time using it. Awesome. Dude, very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, are you going to be there Sunday? Hope so. That'd be awesome to catch a lap or two.
It's pretty sad. The snowiest place in America, and he's got no powders. That is a bummer. Well, hopefully you were here. Oh, did it not snow on the back for this last cycle?
I don't know.
Get out of Park City. Come to the front.
No, stay in Park City till Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Go there back.
Ride with us on Sunday at Canyons. But yeah, I don't know if he actually got any snow there yesterday, or if you were there yesterday, maybe you just got in. Yeah, I think the Cottonwoods got the brunt of this storm that just came in like yesterday. Red says Austin and Warp equals home run.
Ah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad
cool.
you're liking it.
I'm guessing that's not an Austin minus warp.
No,
Those home run.
no.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a plus sign, but yeah, very cool. Or he's just
I think he's saying like
Austin.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's got that beautiful carbon top sheet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tony's Adventure says, yeah, Anderson, Grace, Warner, and Zeb were there. Oh, wow.
So many riders.
So many riders on the rope. I'm surprised it was still running.
Wow.
Very cool, though. Grace's home hill. Cool. That's awesome. Definitely need a fair review of Pall Mall next season with all the changes coming. Yeah, I agree, Red. By the way, Red, I know you probably can't make it, but next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the following, I will be in Bogus. And yeah, man, if you had any line on some passes, hit me up either through DM or Etsy or Instagram or something. Let me know. SBF says, yo, what's up, SBF? When you riding Bogus? Oh, there you go. Next week, hopefully. Next weekend, I should say. March 23rd. Saturday, March 23rd. So FBF, if you are in the area, I would love to get a lap or two with you. Heck, maybe the whole day if you could show me around. It'd be my first time there. So yeah, reach out to me either on Instagram or you can email me at boardprogression@gmail. Especially if anybody has a hookup on passes, that would be awesome. It's probably just going to be me solo, but would love to ride with you. Simone Viking says, I know you guys have collabed with the OG Overstarker daily, but any plans to collab with Casey Willax from C Vlogs? Not currently. He's been.
You did one last season, didn't you? Season before that?
Last one I did with him was at Powder Mountain. I want to say 3 seasons ago.
3 seasons.
Might have been. Okay. I know. Time is flying, but it was 2, if not 3 seasons ago. But yeah, I heard he was going to be in Utah, but then he's been like out of town traveling and on the East Coast and stuff. So I haven't reached out to him. He hasn't reached out to me. But if he's in town, potentially, yeah, I'd be down. I'd totally be down. But yeah, I don't think he's really been in Utah all season, or Daly for that matter. Daly's been better at communicating with me than Casey has, so I may reach out to Daly and see where that goes. Daly's been always down to ride. Daly's
on the other side of the globe right now.
I think you're right. Yeah, I saw a post of him on a boat somewhere, which 50% of the time he's on a boat somewhere. It seems somewhere tropical. So, yeah, I don't know if that means Casey's in town or not. But yeah, why would he be somewhere tropical in the middle of the winter?
Because he got his snow fix. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah. Anyway, the short answer is I'd be down if Casey's down. Answer says Donnie B's Adventures. I grew up riding Mount Baker. I guess that's what Mount B is.
Or it might be bogus, but
Mount B. Ridden Park PK before Matt was driving a cat, making the park unreal.
Or is he referring to what Donnie said up here about?
At Donnie's, yeah. Cool. Okay, that makes more sense. Yep.
Right in Michigan.
Okay. Cameron says, yep, terrain is relative. Yeah, talking about like the trail marking system, like blues and blacks and greens, etc. Yeah, so like you could go to my own whole mountain, Liberty in Pennsylvania, and if you were to have the same ranking requirements as the bird, literally everything would be green on the whole mountain. But it's not. So a double black diamond there is not the same as a double black diamond elsewhere. Anderson says Silverton in Colorado. Yep. San Juan's. Silverton is much cheaper to get in the heli. It was like 180 a run.
Okay, let's go Silverton. Let's get this Cat King on the bucket list.
That would be worth it for just one run if it was untouched, like top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Now I think I've heard of this actually. Is this if you have a season pass there? Because I'm pretty sure I heard of a heliops in Colorado that if you have a season pass, it's like affordable to do a heli run.
Yeah.
But if you don't have one,
Bird was like that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Silverton. I heard somebody else say that. Terminator 2149 says I'm here till Wednesday. Bummer. Yeah. Wait, next Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. So, okay. Yeah, dude, you should come out on Sunday.
Head to the canyon side.
Canyon side, yes, very important. We're going to be at the canyon side, starting with Cabriolet at like 8 in the morning in the parking lot, and then we'll head up around 9:15 probably. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome to lap with you if we can. Pal Ninja, what's up, Pal Ninja? He says, "What's up, guys? Showing up late is better than never." Absolutely, yeah. Especially when we're running a little bit late. We try to keep these around an hour. We've been going for like an hour and 15. I can hear my wife's voice, even though she's not actually saying anything, telling me to wrap it up. And this guy said he was only going to be here for part of it. So
time flies.
Time does fly.
Here. Where else am I going to go?
Yeah. So we will wrap it up. But PC had PAL today, says Anderson. Cool. Glad to hear PAL. PC had some PAL. Hopefully conditions stay good through Sunday. And Mountain Brighton in Michigan. That makes sense. Donnie's Adventure says Brighton, Michigan. Same thing. Yeah. Neighboring hill to Pine Knob. Next Wednesday, Terminator. Awesome. Silverton has different packages. I've been looking into it for heli.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know. Cool. The Rascal says I was in Park City last week. Let's cover it up. Harvest at the base has great food. Okay, cool. I've heard of Harvest. Yeah, it's a restaurant at the base of the Park City side, I believe. But yeah, again, guys, so to kind of wrap it up, thanks for being here. But yeah, just wanted to touch base with any of you. If you can come out this weekend, would love to shred with you, or even just say hi if you can. So to recap, I will be at Solitude Saturday, 1:30 meeting by Moonbeam, and then we'll ride around that area, Moonbeam, Powderhorn, etc., until close. And I'll probably hang out in the parking lot a little bit too. So if anybody's late and you just want to say hi, come find my car, the orange Crosstrek. It's kind of hard to miss. The one with the B on it.
Like 4 Crosstreks there that are orange.
Could be. But yeah, look for the one that's got the little black bees on the side. Anyway, would love to see if you can make it out. I do have, I think, Icon buddy passes, but it's only like a 25% off. So if anybody's trying to get some sort of a discount and doesn't have an Icon pass or a pass to Solitude, message me, email me, what have you. My email's boardprogression@gmail.com. It's not much of a discount, but 25% might help a little bit. And then yeah, Sunday we'll be at Canyon Side starting at 8. I said 8:30 in the invite on the reservation form, but I'm gonna get there at 8. And it is St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully that doesn't make it too crowded. I don't think it will. Canyon Side is never as crowded.
It means everybody's just hungover. No one's making it to the ski.
Hungover on St. Patty's Day?
Yeah, that's how you start it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've partied on St. Patty's Day, I guess. So I'm not in the know, I guess. But anyway, yeah. From there we will head up to the Red Pine gondola at like 9:15, maybe Orange Bubble if it's crowded, because that seems to be less crowded. And as I said, I'll have my phone on me. DM me on Instagram if you haven't linked up with us yet and you're looking for us. I think that's about it. Anything I haven't covered?
Mm-mm.
Cool. Oh, and I have half offs at Park City as well.
I called my bluff.
I did. You're not paying attention.
I was supposed to catch that.
You're not paying attention. You failed.
I'm taking notes.
You failed this test.
Sorry.
You have to take it again.
Okay.
I have to start the whole live stream over.
See you guys in an hour.
Yeah, I do have half offs courtesy of Mike George. So again, hit me up if you are trying to buy a pass. I feel bad for you if you are, because it's still super expensive, but half off is better than full price.
But you get to meet this guy.
Are you pointing at yourself?
No.
Yeah, I think he's like. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun doing these live chats, and hope to see some
fun chatting with y'all tonight.
Yeah, hope to see some of you this weekend. If we don't see this weekend, then we will see you in the next live stream next Wednesday. There isn't any like romantic holidays next Wednesday, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. Because I made the mistake one time for Valentine's Day saying Wednesday, and then we had to take it back.
All the redactions you had to send out.
Yeah. Rascal says later. All right, guys. Later. Love you guys. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. I forgot to say, yeah, we're only at 11 likes. So if you could hit the thumbs up on the way out.
Let's see if we can get those bubbles.
We got the bubbles.
There it is. Yeah. There it is. Is it only a straight up? Like, will it only do that one?
I don't know.
Huh.
I feel like I picked my nose one time or something and it did it. So anyway, yeah, hit those thumbs up. Oh, we got it up to 12 already.
Yeah.
Sweet. 14. Yeah. Can we get 15?
There we go, Armada.
15 likes on the way out. Come on. We'll sign off after 15.
There it is, 15.
All right. Sweet. Thanks, guys. Love you all. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Or in the next live stream. Dropping on top to bottom on Friday, by the way. Snow Basin. Let's go. All right, guys.